live. Yeah, we're live. Are we going to the right place or are we
going to the right places? I'll find out in a second.
Are we live?
So I just realised I hadn't updated the description to say the right episode number, but I've just done it quickly, just we went live.
Episode number one.
No one will know.
No one will know that we just fucked up. No one will know.
No.
Although in fairness, this is probably going to go dark soon. Because I don't know if those are the right batteries. Hi. Oh, where's my fucking... I had a phone. Where'd my phone go? Oh, it's over there. No! Oh, if anyone rings me, it's fine.
It's alright.
Are we live?
It says you're live, but stream now says live stream offline on this one. We're going through to Twitch. I'm not sure. Everything seems to be. Twitch is saying online. There's anything to YouTube. Very.
You've just broken your stream. Ah. Oh, hang on. Do you know what would help?
What?
I'm now recording the podcast.
Oh, good. Okay.
It would have helped if you'd have pressed the button, Skazz. Yeah, I know. I forgot. I'm having one of those nights. Is YouTube broken?
I'm not sure. It says this is offline, but I'm sure we're online.
It's YouTube for you, mate. You know, it's been 2 months and they still haven't fixed my YouTube channel yet.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for
It's been down since the 24th of August.
Yeah. It says we're online, we're streaming, but for some reason...
Our survey says no.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there. Might just have a quick look on the old appage.
I said, you know what? I'm gonna grab my phone.
Oh, no, tell a lie, it's just come through.
Oh, okay.
So it took it fucking long enough, but it's finally come through.
Then I won't grab my phone.
No. Right, good. Well, first of all, important matters first.
Oh, thank you. I've had a rough couple of weeks with virus ridden. Oh, Ram, you really are my friend. He knows my pain.
I just know podcasts get better when we're both a little bit drunk.
Yeah, it's true.
Not drunk, you know, not so we're over the limit, but officer.
We need to do fucking officer. We need to do another podcast.
Sorry?
We need to do a pub podcast.
We've never done a pub podcast.
Well,
a pubcast, you could call them.
We need to do that. We need to make that a thing. We'll copyright it and everything. We'll take a laptop and a cellular connection. We'll take one of the.
I'm sure we can find a pub that's got a Wi-Fi. And say, look, if we buy beer for the next 2 hours, can we just broadcast from here for your Wi-Fi connection?
Now, which pub would we go to?
It's got to be a pub. What idea is some quiet space where we're not going to get drunken yobbos go, hey, can't be on your live stream.
So, no.
Fuck off. We want some pub like that where it's a little bit sort of more refined.
Yeah, well, the easy way you get rid of a yobbo is, can I eat your girlfriend's asshole? No, then fuck off.
You take it outside, mate. We'll have a fight.
Take it outside, gladly, son.
Yeah. So basically, I'll insult them. You can be my bouncer.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm cool with that. I have promised.
Sir, you are uncouth and unclean. Leave me. Oh, you do outside. Skazz, deal with him.
Sorted, mate. I have promised Stinky that I wouldn't fight anyone. I promised her this years ago. However,
I found a loophole. Fight, you're going to have a kerfuffle.
I found a loophole. I promised I wouldn't fight anyone. I never said anything about brutally murdering anyone.
No.
Or crippling anyone.
A kerfuffle. My sister once wanted me to do
a kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle. Yeah. My sister.
It was a light scuffle in the car park.
Well, that's the thing. My sister once wanted to. She was like, when we first started doing D&D, we tried the idea of perhaps like doing one-off like little RPGs for fun.
Yeah.
She wanted me to get the My Little Pony RPG just for fun.
Oh, blimey.
And apparently in that you don't have fights, you have scuffles.
Who are?
Yeah. So
we have light disagreements.
Yes, we did. I got as far as downloading the character sheets to have a look. Because like, yeah, in some ways this is still, as hard as Dungeons and Dragons in some ways. It was sort of weird. But I don't know enough about the My Little Pony universe and I think to create an engaging adventure.
There are ponies in it. And I imagine there are rainbows, and I assume there's rainbows.
I assume so.
It was targeted to wee girls, weren't
it? And teenage boys.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Bronies. So, there were likely rainbows at that point. I'm stuck with rainbow and ponies.
I know there is rainbow because one of them is called Rainbow Speed, Rainbow.
I haven't got a clue.
Rainbow Fart.
Rainbow fart.
Rainbow Dash. Is it Rainbow Dash? I don't know. Any My Little Pony fans watching?
I do know that
Any bronies watching? Let us know.
They made a My Little Pony style.
I'm googling this.
Oh, okay. Right, we haven't even technically started, and we're already googling.
My Little Pony.
Oh, fuck. I just realised I might have fucked up the audio already.
Really?
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm sorting it. Oh, wrong button because I'm a spaz. You know let's say that? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I have fucked up the audio.
Oh, good.
It's a good thing that technically the podcast hadn't started yet. There we go. We're now balanced.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We can
Okay,
listen.
here we go.
Here are the list of characters in our fighting game in our RPG. Twilight Sparkle.
Right.
Rainbow Dash. I was right.
Good job.
Applejack. Pinkie Pie. Now that sounds like a porn star's name.
Yeah.
Fluttershy. Actually, if these all could be porn stars' names, to be fair. Fluttershy.
And I hate to say it, they probably have been.
Probably. Rarity. Spike. Mare Sunny Skies. Petrula Petals. Torquench.
Okay.
Is there a trolley jack in there as well, maybe?
Calm down.
Yeah, socket set. Moody Root. Oh, there's one called Kerfuffle.
There you go. There you go. Sorted.
Yeah,
I found my pony.
Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Hoofington. And Barley Barrel and Pickle Barrel. There you go.
There is actually a fighting game based on My Little Pony.
Is there?
Yeah, I can't remember what was it, like them's fighting herd or something like that, and it's literally like just
It's fighting herd.
My Little. I can't remember what it's called.
My Little Kerfuffle.
Yeah, My Little Kerfuffle or something. But it's like they couldn't use My Little Pony characters, but they've designed.
Oh, so it wasn't a licensed product.
Yeah, they've made it look fucking hilarious to watch. Absolutely hilarious to watch.
Do they have fatalities in it?
Fuck, that'd be funny. I haven't seen it because when I saw it, it was like in really early access. But I mean, it was. Fuck, it looked funny. I might have to get it.
Yeah, get it with it for the next podcast.
Might have to get it and put it on the arcade machine.
Yeah. We can do it on the live stream because you'd see it on the live stream. We can actually have a live My Little Pony kerfuffle.
Fucking kerfuffle.
You know, whenever I come to these podcasts, I think, yeah, we're going to discuss this game. At no point today, I think, yeah, we'll discuss My Little Pony.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, I know. That never crossed my mind.
Also, it must be said that people are thinking they're so professional, they can't possibly fuck anything up at this point because they've been gone for so long, yet we've managed to fuck up lighting,
Evening,
audio,
Annie.
and everything else. Well, I have. And I figured it out before I got too slightly drunk.
Yes, too slightly.
Yeah. Because, you know, if I get slightly drunk and then I just, oh, fuck, I don't care anymore. I just don't care.
I don't care what the audio's fucking like all do.
No, fuck them, it's fine. It's fine.
Noise reduction, top and tail. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's it. I'm taking your approach.
We don't do noise tracks, I've just realised.
No.
Or
Well,
size
look,
tracks.
And now talk.
There you go.
See? I've already got that sorted, mate.
Yeah. I feel the demonstration didn't require to be that long.
Well, there you go. We've just done a silence track.
Oh, yeah. For the audio viewers, they'll know that. Yeah,
You now know the science behind a silence
the
track.
magic, the magic of a silence.
Just so you know, that was a silence track.
And welcome, and you can enjoy that.
It's like,
Moment.
wow, that's so professional.
Oh, I've got some news. Minimize has got a phone.
Why aren't we calling him up?
I did. He's out tonight, but he is now contactable.
He's out tonight.
He's out tonight. I don't understand it either.
What's he doing? Where?
Oh, I can't think where. I mean,
He's gone on holiday.
Possibly.
How does a stone go on holiday?
Throw it.
Yeah, I suppose a different location either way, innit?
Yeah.
You know, if Middlemeister comes back, that means I have to buy another audio interface with more mic sockets on it.
I'm sure we can wire a split or something.
Because I was going to say, I like the way this is set up. This works.
just buy another mic and we'll just cut the wire there.
Just cut it. We'll just make it look like metal mics.
Yeah. I went to work the other day because they said, I said, why have we got any music on anymore in the store? So-and-so came in and from there, he tried to fix it and ended up fucking it up. So I go and have a look.
What have you done?
Well, first of all, his first fuck up that prevented everything from working was he'd switched it off.
Yeah, I could see that being a problem.
Yeah, so I switched it back on. Let's start the timer, but we still didn't have any music. And I instantly, after spending all of 30 seconds looking at the problem, realised the back of the input to our amplifier is a DIN connector.
Yeah.
Standard source DIN connector. On the old system, it had 2 screw terminals. So what they'd done was strip the wires, put a screw and screwed them on. The new one has RCA, blue and red, black, red and white. So I thought, we don't sell RCA to DIN. You can get them. So I'm going to order some off Amazon.
And there you go. Then you'll have some tunes again.
Yeah, so I have some
elevator
tunes.
music.
Yeah.
Speaking of elevator music, I don't know why this has reminded me. Postal 4's coming out.
Really?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay. No. This is what I want to hear. What is the thought process from elevator music to Postal 4?
Because elevator music was played during some parts of Postal 2.
That's got to be the most tenuous connection I've ever heard someone come up to me. It's like, the other day I was playing potatoes. I really thought of Call of Duty 6. Because it looks a bit like potato sometimes on the hardware. It's funny you mention lifts. Because, I have this thing of going on YouTube and I come across weird channels who've got run by one guy who's been doing it for 20 years. He's got 100,000 subscribers and all he does is produce the same content over and over again, but it's all slightly fascinating, slightly terrifying. So I linked you the one about the guy in the dam. Yeah. And I don't know if you saw any of his other videos, but all frequently as terrifying.
Mate, just no, you don't do that. That's not a job you do. No. When the robots come, you're free. Did
you see the video of the guy just walks across the edge and there's no barrier?
Thankfully I didn't.
Yeah, because that would have been it's like a little edge. There's no barrier between him and the massive rushing water below.
I'd have been sat there like, oh my god, this is the greatest horror film of all times, mate, run away!
Oh, it's terrifying. Also, there's one video there's the little pipe in the centre of the floor. This ain't gonna look on a couple show notes ago. There's a link to a video. This will make sense if you watch that video. That hole on the floor. There's a point where they've got this machine that can go down it, but it's manned. So 4 of them go down it, and it just goes down this. Obviously, it's empty.
How did they fit in? Those dudes have got that bollocks the size of durian fruit.
Well, clearly they have.
With 4 of them in.
Yeah, they just go down there. It's terrifying. There's another video of someone going down to a dam. They go down the spillway, like the overflow, and it goes in. They walk past the bit where the the dam saw the valves are, which let the water in. As you get there, there's so much pressure, the valves are closed, there's just water hissing out constantly. It's like, what the fuck are you even doing there?
Right. I'm crazy, but I'm not fucking stupid. I ain't doing that.
Well, I come across this other YouTube today, and he's a lift engineer, and he does all these videos of going to old lifts. That's fucking terrifying, some technology. And then he's this room is just he's just surrounded by all these massive high voltage transformers, none of them guarded. Because it was built in the 1900s and they didn't think about that sort of thing.
I didn't give a shit about that. If you touch it, you're dead.
Yeah, I watched one this evening.
Word of advice, don't touch it.
He climbs up into a hatch in the ceiling to get into the machine room, and he's literally over the shaft. There's literally 2 bits of wood, 2 girders that the winch sits on, and then it's a bit of wood that he can lay on to get to the controls on the side to fiddle with it, and he's directly above the fucking shaft.
Well, just don't fall.
Yeah, that's what I was like. At one point he swings the car around. He's literally he can't even sit up in this room.
Yeah, it's
he's just lying aside. I was like, I just couldn't do that. I just
don't fall.
How? I just want to go. Why did they want to design them like that? Why did they not fit? Even the ones designed in the 1980s, they think
because people were expendable back then. No one gave a shit about.
Well, this left me down a rabbit hole of lifts/elevators because I'm boring and I do this rabbit. And they have these things called machine roomless ones. So the winch is actually in the shaft. So it's not even a floor between you and the deadly shaft. You actually, to get to this machine, you have to sit on top of the roof of the lift cab, go right to the top, and then you can access the machinery.
See, I've got this thing about the top, lift shafts, elevator shafts, just don't sit with me. There's something.
No, they move. That's the trouble.
I don't. The idea of being in one of in the shaft is just fucking no to me. Yeah. For any reason.
I think if I was on top of the cab in a single one, I wouldn't be so bad. We've got walls all around you.
Yeah, maybe.
But like when they go in like the ones that he went to one that said like 3 abreast. So if you're in the middle, there's literally nothing to your right, nothing to your left, and just the walls in front.
There's a big ass fucking hole and 2 things falling down the side.
Yeah.
That's a bad video game level.
Yeah, it
right
is. So,
and just so you know, unlike in the video game, when you get hit by one of those, you don't come
respawn.
back.
No.
You don't lose a quarter of your health bar and stand back up.
No.
You're dead.
Yeah. You don't. It's not a nice sort.
Some of the things that we hide, like all of the kind of like industrial shite that makes buildings a thing.
Yeah.
Like in skyscrapers and that, you're like, oh, what a lovely building. Fucking how many floors up? Oh my god, what's all this deadly machinery doing here?
What is this room full of all 5 voltage equipment?
What's all this death doing here?
Yes.
Well, I've opened the door. Oh, nope. I'm shutting that one again.
Yeah.
You're the maintenance man. You can sod right off.
That's the door of death. Yeah. In there is all the machines that will maim you and cut you up and crush you and electrocute you.
What belongs on floor 15? We don't speak of floor 15.
No,
That's not for
only
you.
only the tech priests are allowed on floor 15.
The technomancers going to that floor, mate.
I want to start a campaign where we rename all engineers tech priests, just to start the 40k transformation a bit early. What do you do? I'm a havoc tech priest. You need to have more respect for them, wouldn't you?
It's like, mate, honestly, I've seen some of that kit, and it's like, I'm not going in there.
Yeah.
You can go in there. Yeah, but all it does is make the building a thing. It's, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'll live in the mud hut down below.
Yeah.
That's no.
Yeah. Just make this building work. When you think this building's basically held up, ironically, just by gravity and bolts.
Yeah.
Like,
A few rubber bands here and there, but no nails.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay.
Oh, look, there's glass. There's nothing but some glass between you and dead. It's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
What about you and there? Oh, it's just some girders, concrete.
I'd rather live in a building that if I live in a bungalow, which means if I fall out of a window, I'll probably survive.
Well, if you're as long as you're not the most unlucky man on the planet, you should be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's something about tower blocks and skyscrapers. I'm not supposed to be that high.
No,
I'm not supposed to be
that's
that
not
high.
natural.
No.
Humans weren't designed to be that high above sea level.
He's gone. Oh. Someone else want to try it? Oh, there goes another one.
Did you see the people who on that? Those big like trolley things that go down the side so they can like clean the building and stuff.
How's about fuck that?
Did you see the one that caught in the wind and the 2 guys on it got thrown off it? They both survived because they'd fall the rest. Luckily, they had harnesses on. They both survived.
I was like,
But yeah, it's just this video, this big thing swinging back and forth. It was one of the big long ones, not one like little 2-person one, the ones that like the width of the building.
oh yeah, sure.
And it's just swinging back and forth with the wind and smashes the windows.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ.
So,
Those windows are tough as bollocks, mate.
Annie says one of his mates used to work on electrical engineers on the train systems. Those things will not just kill you, but reduce you to a smoky pile if you fucked up.
yeah, boy.
It's basically, this thing will kill you and they'll hurt the whole time it's doing it.
I was like, hey, where's Annie? There's a new pile of dirt on the floor. Annie?
I'm convinced. Now, I always
It's like a
thought,
vampire,
in
wasn't it?
Dishonored they had the walls of light. That if you walk through, you just got things. I always thought that was a bit far-fetched. I'm not so sure now. I reckon if you had enough voltage and you could make it long enough that if a human walked through, they'd be able to make the gap small enough that they'd get evaporated.
Yep.
I think it's doable.
That's like when they say that
I'll
vampires
email
when they
Electric
walk
Boom and
out.
get him to make one.
We're going to do this. What? Oh, you're gone.
With full bridge rectifier.
The main difference here is that unlike a vampire, we can't just pour a drop of blood on you to make you come back. You are gone, son. Who wants to try it next?
Yeah. Who's next for the death room?
Jesus Christ. No. There's something about electricity and the sea, the 2 things that I'm absolutely fucking terrified of.
So if you worked as electrical engineer on a boat, you'd be in trouble.
Bollocks to that.
Is it just the fact that if something goes wrong at sea, you'll probably never be found?
Yeah, that's it. Like, it's the sea, because of my family, we all worked on the sea before Lowestoft's fishing fleet went down. Something my granddad always said, just respect the sea because you are nothing to it.
Yeah.
You are absolutely nothing to the sea. Look, loads of people feel really insignificant because, oh, look, space. Space is there's loads of it and we're so insignificant. Fuck, man, you're insignificant to shit on this planet.
Yeah.
The sea, you are nothing. You are nothing. It will just swallow you whole and no one will ever find you. Unless you're a fucking superstar or some shit where people have got lots of money on the phone.
Superstar, yeah.
Even then they might spend like 15 minutes more looking for you, but other than that, you're gone.
Yeah.
Give up.
We know he's somewhere in this 700-mile area, and he's somewhere in the Marina Trench. We think we're gonna get James Cameron to go back down with his submarine, see if we can find him.
Oh dear. Just this.
Having said that, I would like to go to the bottom of the sea.
But
It had been something that I knew was really safe. Like, we sent some people down as test subjects first to make sure it wasn't going to implode.
Yeah, but how do you know it didn't? There weren't stress factors developing on the way back up. Because it was safe for them, and then it comes back up.
So you're saying I could always technically be the one it fails on.
Exactly. But that's the case with everything, really.
Now you see, that is an interesting conundrum. That's the sort of two generals problem, isn't it?
Mm.
How do we know? You can't test it. If you test it again, that might prove. What I'd do is I'd have the whole thing X-rayed before it went down. Send some people down 4 or 5 times. Make sure they're still alive when they come back.
You make sure
that you're alive. Good.
Poke them with a stick.
X-ray it again to make sure there are no fractures, and that's the reason I then consider it safe.
And then.
And then I'd make sure the person who invented it was very nervous and very safety conscious, and I'd make him come down with me.
Oh my god.
All these methodologies will be the one that makes sure that I get to see the bottom of the sea. Wouldn't that be fascinating?
That would be great.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I think it would be an amazing thing to see.
I think I would like to actually, again, if I'm going to I would like to get on those those pressurized diving suits and actually have a little walkout.
You know what?
I want to do SOMO in real life. It's because
even scuba diving just terrifies the piss out of me.
So that's
the
why
pressure differentials just.
Yeah, that's why I prefer the proper pressurized suits.
Because
Because you're actually atmospheric pressure in those suits are just strong enough that you can handle the pressure. And you just wander around.
A scary fucking
Oh
thing,
yeah,
dude.
if it breaks, you're dead.
If it breaks, don't worry about it.
But I think I'd rather do that than go into space.
Yeah.
Something about sitting on top of a massive explosive just sort of puts me off the whole idea. What was that guy
Well, at
said?
least when I'm down there, I'm not going to blow the fuck
Was
up.
it Jim Lovell who said? He said the last thing he thought about just before they said ignition was he's sitting on top of a rocket made by parts all produced by the lowest bidder.
Yeah, good job. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Like space? No. Underwater? No. Flying in general is just.
Right. The world's coming to an end.
Right.
There's only 3 places of safety. You've got to pick one. Outer space, deep below the ocean, or forever in the sky. Which is your choice?
Fuck. I'm going for the sea. At least if I get bored, I can just open the door.
So you're going to go Andrew Ryan on us and have a rapture down there. Yeah, at least you get bored. I don't know. At least I get bored. I can open the door. To be fair,
I can do that in the plane or in the ship as well.
Yeah.
It's the same way out. No matter where you are in those 3 situations.
I've just realised doors are just a symbol to death, aren't they? They're the most dangerous thing at the bottom of the sea, the most dangerous thing on a spaceship, the most dangerous thing in a building we've established because that's where the rooms of death are. Trapdoors, there you go. That's another dangerous door. Doors are dangerous. I don't want to go out your door anymore. That way lies death.
We've now come to this crazy realization. All houses in the future, we will build a village. Nicktopia will become a thing. There will be no doors.
Make sure it's Nicktopia 5 you go to. Don't go to any of the others. That all ended badly.
There will be no doors. Don't worry, because if any crims turn
There'll
up,
be curtains.
I'll be there.
The crimson, there'll be arcs of light. Walls of light will be there. That's perfectly safe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just take me to the shops. Don't forget about... Oh, he's done it.
Oh, shit. Maybe I should put a warning by the door.
You leave it switched on and say, call your dog in.
Oh, no.
Here, boy. Oh, no. Oh,
there goes another one. Better call the shelter.
Gene, we need another dog.
I don't think I could do that to my spaniel.
I think you do it deliberately.
My children, I could accidentally.
Perhaps there could be a stun setting on it.
Yeah, stun setting on that. Oh, that's fun.
No, it does discharge the voltage, but it's set to over a millisecond. So you just get hurts really bad, but don't actually die.
I'm cool with that. Still can't do it to my dog, though. My children probably deserve it. The dog's
dog would soon learn not to do it.
Yeah, but I'd still rather not do it. I like my dog.
Yeah.
So I was like, do you like your kids?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So yeah, in Dictopia 5, there's only curtains and walls of light.
No children. They've all been zapped. You've been zapped, and now you can't
and no
have
tall
any.
buildings.
No tall buildings. There's no space program in Dictopia 5.
No, there's no rooms of death in Dictopia 5.
So, are we saying is there any electricity in Dictopia 5 or?
I'll be electricity, low voltage DC. we have to have some electronics.
Yeah.
But let's face it, LEDs don't need a lot of voltage for them.
No, you're right there.
True. We actually don't need mains voltage.
No.
What do you need mains voltage for, really?
No, you have a point. Because we've got computers that run on literally nothing.
Yeah.
Like literally nothing. So, Would you say majority? Because so years ago, I'm going off on a random tangent. We haven't even started the podcast yet. Random tangent.
We haven't.
Right. Years ago, I was trying to set up a kit that would allow me to edit, live stream, vlog, blog, all that kind of stuff on 5 volts. So my only power would be 5-volt battery packs. And it was amazing to find how much stuff actually just ran on 5 volts.
Well, basically, unless it has a motor or it heats something up, it doesn't use hardly any power. And then the advantage of the high voltages...
It just seems silly that we're taking all that voltage from the wall and then...
But back in the day when everything was not solid state, how much stuff has been replaced by small little microchips now, which were actually mains powered motors and capacitors and relays. You don't need hardly any power. Nope. Your electric oven would be a problem. You have to place it you can have a gas.
Yeah.
So Dictopia 5, no high voltage electricity, only gas ovens. And Hoovers, just everybody has laminate. There's no carpets allowed. You only can have laminate.
Just brush it off.
Yeah,
give my broom.
Yeah, sorted.
There you go.
And everybody has to walk around in bubble wrap.
Job done. There you go. Like life problem solved.
Yeah. Cars are bumper cars.
Well, I'm surprised it didn't ban cars. I mean, I thought everything would be available near to where you want to be in Dictopia 5.
Oh, see, what I would do is...
Do people really need to leave their house in Dictopia 5?
See, what I would do is, there would be cars, but they'll only be used by special trained people. And those people are the takeaway drivers.
Oh, man.
And Amazon delivery. And that's all you need.
No, you are right.
At that point, you don't, let's face it, unless you had a job, you don't really need to leave the house.
No, don't say that, man. I'm starving now.
Stay in your homes.
I'd love to.
That'd be my broadcast message. Every morning I'd come on the radio and say, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Dictopia 5. Don't ask about the others. Remember, we never ask about Dictopia 1, 2, 3, or 4.
There were no humans
there was never...
no one was harmed in the Dictopia.
Dictopia 1, 2, 3, and 4 were all propaganda created by Luctopia 1.
The only Luctopia.
Yeah. And everybody stay in your homes and make sure you order via Just Eat. Here's a coupon code for you. This week, Lost of Tandoori is doing a special.
I was going to say, are you going to give out discount codes to each individual restaurant that you like?
And I think I get 2,000 orders that evening.
Oh, man. Yeah. Like, I could really do with a takeaway right now.
Seriously,
that's one of the bonuses
I had takeaway this evening.
Being poor and being self-employed, that's one of the bonuses. Because I'm happy with being poor, I'm not bothered about leaving the house.
Yeah.
I will do any shitty job for pennies, and that's all right. I'm still fine.
Yeah.
I'll just call up the guy from Just Eat and he'll bring my food. That's all good.
Sword. As long as you earn enough in a day to pay for Just Eat.
That's it.
Well, what do you need?
Exactly.
You can live off that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even need power these days.
No.
I'll just pretend I'm working.
Yeah. Yeah, just pedal and you're away.
God, mate, exercise? Really?
Yeah.
I probably should exercise.
Well, how much pedaling would be required to power a laptop?
Oh, but what kind of laptop?
Let's make it a bit easy. Let's do a little Chromebook or something. Something easy.
No, I wouldn't imagine a huge amount. Because can you not run some of those off of like USB sockets?
That's what I mean. So I wonder if we could.
Nothing.
Yeah,
you just stand there and look at the exercise.
But I reckon you'll find you'd be surprised actually how much exercise you need to do.
Yeah, they don't actually. I've seen people actually try that experiment to try and charge a car battery off of like exercise box and stuff. It's not good.
I think the voltage would be a problem with the car battery. Actually, I tell you the big trouble with running it is you wouldn't be producing a very steady. You'd have to put through.
That'd be up down, up down.
You'd have to run it through capacitors to stabilise the voltage.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try it. Buy an exercise bike.
There's one over there. Wait,
excellent.
Hang on.
Is it actually
there is.
now? Is it one that's got some of them have got little motors built in to create resistance? We could rewire it, and reverse it. Ooh, there we go. We can reverse that and take a little generator. Put it through a rectifier.
This was that Brand Nerd. Like in a couple of Brand Nerds episodes' time, the technology episode is going to be one of us is going to be after on that fucker pedal like a
man. We're powering the live stream.
So that means we're going to have to power the laptop.
Right, hey, wait, Skazz, it's your turn now. Quick,
quick!
I've had my 5 minutes. Why are you doing that? Games have been playing. Right. It'd be quieter because the other person would go.
1 second. Should we start the podcast?
Yeah, shall we start the podcast? Right, good evening, I'm TheSuffolkRam.
Skazz.
Oh, Annie's been speaking to us. One of his nephews used to work as electrician on oil rigs. He got very familiar with helicopter safety protocols for some reason. Yes, you do. And he went, and apparently the top of the lift shaft is the safest place to be. You're not risking the cab or a counterweight dropper on you. Yes, it is true, but you could be crushed between the cab and the ceiling.
Just 1 second.
Have you seen Mission Impossible 1? No, you must.
Yeah, probably like.
There's a bit in Mission Impossible 1 where the guy's working on top of the lift shaft, hacking away, and at some point it goes right to the top, and it says this shaft with razor blade protection. And these like 4 fucking knives just stick out from the ceiling, and he gets stabbed with them. I'm thinking, what safety protocol was that for? Who designed that lift? Why would that be there? Well, as a child, I saw that and I believed it, and I was even more terrified of lifts at that point.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
That's got to keep your data safe.
Why? Think about the lift tech priest who's got to go in there and fix that.
We've got to think. What do you think about the poor lift tech priest that has to find his lift tech priest mate that's dead up there?
Oh, not again.
Oh, for fuck's sake, mate. Come on. Pull him out and just peel him off the ceiling. Or the lift goes back down, the guy's still impaled on the roof, all of a sudden you're at the bottom and all of a sudden he says, yeah. There's a big blood starts dripping out everywhere. Just 1 second to start the podcast. Oh, yeah.
I want to do it too. We should do it simultaneously, shouldn't we?
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't do it again.
No. Edit that out.
Edit? I'm doing that.
Good evening, I'm TheSuffolkRam.
Skazz.
Welcome to episode 125. I'll give you another start point if you need it. Welcome to episode 125 of the Randos podcast.
It's great, isn't it?
Woohoo! Yes, we've
established that life is terrifying.
Yeah. You can tell we're Capur nerds. We just don't want to leave. It's just safer inside.
I'm fine here.
Yeah.
I am fine here. Look, all life stuff is here. No one else is going to have to come in here, so I can stink as much as I want. If I want to take a dump, there's a door over there. I'll take away the door so that I don't have to go through the death door.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're risking your life going through there. Well, doors equal death. We've established this.
Mm-hmm. It's canon now. It's Rand Nerd's canon.
Doors are death. Doors are death. I've still got doors. Oh, no.
Now you know.
Everything, when you think about it, all high voltage things are behind doors. Mm-hmm. Everything deadly is behind a door.
Mm-hmm. Don't go through doors.
What
we need to do then is get rid of doors. That makes them less deadly, right?
It does. Yes.
It is.
It does. It does. It does.
It does.
It does.
I know words, I does.
I do.
I speak good English, I does. Sorry. I speak good England, I does.
Do you mean I speaks?
You got to speak proper England like I does.
Anyway, games been playing. Skazz, get us out of this madness.
Right, fuck me, I'm going first. This is insanity. Oh, we're dead. I've been playing Downhill Cycling Suicide Simulator. That's not what it's actually called, but I'm having a bit of trouble pulling the name right now. It's, Lonely Mountains?
No. Let me Google this and let's see if this works.
Here we go.
Okay, so Downhill Suicide Cycling Simulator.
Yes.
Mountain biking Suicide Ski 6 Arena.
No.
No. Mountain bike simulator Downhill Syndrome. There's a mountain bike simulator game.
Syndrome?
Mountain. Yeah, it's a syndrome when you go downhill. There's a mountain bike simulator game apparently.
So it was Lonely Mountains Downhill, I think.
Lonely Mountains Downhill.
Look it up because you can tell me what the graphic style is. Because for the life of me, all I can remember of it is it's isometric and it looks fucking cool. And for something that is so simple, it shouldn't be so funny.
It's very polygonal.
It's got polygons in
Lots
it.
of not many polygons.
It's
got some polygons in it.
It's got trees.
It makes me think of Bridge Simulator. Very similar art style to Bridge Simulator. If ever you've played.
I mean, like Polybridge.
Polybridge, that's it.
Yeah. There you go. That's it. Polybridge. This is what we've been playing. Polybridge bike version.
Yeah. We've both got no bridges in it, just downhills.
It's got bridges in it. I fucking hurt myself on it a couple of times. Yeah.
Oh.
Bridges are my enemy in that game.
So, can I guess the objective is to go down a hill?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
You go downhill very fast, or at least as fast as you can. It's a checkpoint racer of sorts. So the idea being that start at the top of the hill, you go through. You've got different mountain trials. So you've got, I think it's 4 different mountains. I've only unlocked 3 of them, 2 of them. I don't remember how many mountains I've unlocked, but I've been laughing at every step of the way. All right. The idea is to go from the top of the mountain, cross various checkpoints as you follow the different trials that are on there, or the different trails that are on the mountain, get to the bottom as fast as you can.
Is it one of these games where basically physics are just like enabled without any tweaking? It's just hilarious results.
No, it's quite solid, to be fair. I mean, the bike handle's all right. There are some moments where bushes will literally kill you, even though you've kind of rode over tree roots a minute ago and they were no problem. But a simple weed will kill you. It's great.
True to life.
It is. You know, you'd lose your legs trying to ride over weeds and short grass. There's not really a whole hell of a lot to say about it. As you said, it's very simple graphics. It's got an isometric camera. It's a fixed camera view. And as I say, the idea is to literally just first time you go onto a mountain or a trail, it's kind of the casual ride, and you've got the controls are really simple. You've got accelerate, brake, and sprint. So you know when you stand up and you cycle as fast as you can, which then brings up a stamina bar and whatever. Literally, top of the mountain, bottom of the mountain, 2 different control styles. You have to, so if you want to move like to 2 different modes, one of them is like you move your cyclist in the direction that you're pushing. So if it's you want to move to the top right hand side of the screen, you have to press top right on the stick. If you want to move to the bottom left of the screen, you press bottom left on the stick. Or you have just left and right, and it will basically adjust left and right based on where your cyclist is facing, which is the mode that I play on. It's fucking hilarious. It's brilliant in that it's so freeing. It gives you a clear trail to go down, and there are some clear places where it marks that you can kind of cut corners and that you can maybe go down, like you can maybe jump down a few different areas or whatever. But you can literally go right off the path and skip multiple checkpoints to try and get down the mountain as fast as you can. If there's an area...
Does it give you any penalty for doing that? Or...
No, not at all.
So really the checkpoints mean nothing?
No, they are literally just...
guide.
Yeah, well, the checkpoints are literally there just to say, like, this trail has got 7 zones in it. You're now on, like, zone 1 or whatever. You can literally just skip across it. The checkpoint, crossing the checkpoint line literally just means if you fall off your bike, you go back to that checkpoint. If you don't hit any checkpoints as you go through, doesn't matter. Just don't fall off, otherwise you'll end up right back at the start. It gives you various challenges for each trail. So the first one is just ride down casually at any speed you want. And then it'll go to like beginner challenges, beat the track in a certain time. This could unlock new bikes or new clothes or something like that. Unlock new trails, new mountains, or whatever to go down. Then you go to expert, which will just be like faster. You can't fall off a certain number of times or whatever. And it's really simple, but really, really fun. I haven't laughed so much playing a game in ages. Just randomly, I'm flying down a mountain. All of a sudden, I cut round this corner, clip a rock, and the guy flies off of his fucking bike, smashes his head into the floor. Blood, like little pixel blood sprays everywhere, and he just lays on the floor, and then it says, "Do you want to restart?" Yeah. Or you miss time a turn, you fly off the edge of a mountain and land in a river. It's hilarious.
Why am I thinking of SSX Tricky?
Not. It's as fun as SSX Tricky, but playstyle's completely different.
Well, one's on a snowboard, one's on a bike.
Well, no, but I mean, like, even the view of it's completely different. Yeah. The fact that, in this game,
the idea that it's just getting to the bottom. It doesn't really matter if you follow the path.
Just
taking
go.
Shortcuts to saw the points.
Yeah, you have like ultimate freedom basically, and some of the different bikes will handle the different terrain. So the starter bike is a nice balanced bike, so you can handle a little bit of off road. The grip isn't particularly great; it's not particularly fast. Or you can get a bike that's designed purely for speed, but then you've got shite grip, and if you hit even a small jump, you're going to fall off. You've then got the off-road bike that just isn't very fast at all, but you can fly off of a cliff and you're fine because you've got decent suspension. It's really, really funny and really, really neat. From what I understand, it's quite new. It's a game that's literally, it's just a checkpoint racer. You have to look at it to understand it, but don't feel put off when you look at it.
It sounds like a great party game.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like I said, I haven't laughed as much in ages.
It's one of those games where it doesn't matter but you can play it. If it doesn't matter if you're a bit drunk, you can just play it and have some fun and laughs and
just pick up and play. Just thrash down a mountain, play it on the super casual beginner track, play it on one of the beginner modes, whatever. Just rock down the mountain, enjoy the scenery. It's got like it doesn't have a soundtrack. It's just birds and the sound of your bike rocking down a mountain, wind blowing through water, rivers and all that running. It's a really nice game. And it only costs it's £17.
Not bad.
It's not bad. It is. I mean, it is quite expensive. It does seem like it's going to be quite short, but the replay value is there.
Yeah, so it's not like one of these games that I object if it's a game where you play it through once and you've really seen everything, you don't need to play it again. Then no, but it sounds like one of those games that you'll just pick out every time you have a few friends around. You'll just pop it on and. It sounds like it's like really easy to pick up, so so someone who's never played it can pick up within a few minutes. They'll be competing, they'll be competitive. Someone who's played it lots.
Yep.
Type sort of situation.
Yep. It's literally just a case of finding the fastest path down the mountain.
Yeah. That's what you want. You want these sort of little party games. They're great for when you have got mates around. You just shove them on away you go and have a bit of a laugh.
And it's on pretty much every platform. I know it's on Steam, but I don't know what platforms it's on. It's on PS4, it's on Xbox, and it will be coming to Nintendo Switch in the future. And I'm telling you now, as soon as that comes out on Nintendo Switch, I'm grabbing it. It's fucking hilarious. It's so fun, so simple. I've burnt about 4 hours just playing this game without even realising it.
Yeah.
It's
one of those sort of games.
Yeah. Simple fun. Looks good. I mean, the environments look really good. As you're rocking down a mountain, sometimes you get distracted. Because you're like, oh wow, that looks really pretty.
Oh shit! Bang.
Yeah, that's it. Like, oh no, tree! And trust me, I fly into trees and rocks so often. It's like, fucking eventually the trees will get bored and move out of the way because, I'm drowning them in blood.
What happened, sir? The tree jumped out in front of me.
Yeah, that's it. I was like, who the fuck? Seriously, on my live streams, I've been screaming, who the fuck put that tree there, motherfucker? The little tiny trees, the saplings, the worst. And there's like, oh, hey, I can cut across to hit a weed. Oh, look, I fell off. Look, a bridge, watch out. Just right down the middle. Goes for the sprint. Oh, no, I've hit a bump in the bridge and I fell off and my little guy flies over the edge of the bridge into the river. It's like, oh, you motherfucker. Or, hey, oh, I've missed a turn. As the guy just hits the floor. It's like, oh, damn. Oops.
It does sound like when you do get a perfect run, though. It's amazing.
Your heart starts racing because obviously, as you build up momentum, as you sprint, you actually keep that momentum. And as you're going downhill, you're going faster and faster and faster.
So it gets harder as you're going down.
Yeah, as you're going faster and faster, you're like, fucking hell, as you're pulling these, as you like hit a tight turn and the back end of the bike skids out and you hear it kind of slip out in the mud, kind of, you have like a little cloud of dirt come from the back of the bike. The sound design in it's really nice. It's just, oh my God, man. Sometimes you get really into it. I stop talking. Sometimes I'm going to get this fucking bit.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that to plays. I also go, oh, God, sorry, I haven't been talking for the last half an hour because I got really concentrated. I was concentrating too much.
I got really involved. The bonuses as well, if you're on Xbox and you have a Game Pass, the Xbox Game Pass, it's you can play it for free.
Yeah.
Which is why I played it. So fun. So just try it. I don't know if there's a demo available for it either, but just fuck it. Just try it. Sell a kidney, play the game. It's fun. Even if you don't like mountain biking, it's fun.
Yeah, go for it.
And just watching the little guy ragdolls, as you look hit a branch or a tree or a rock, fly off a cliff. Watch him float away in the river as you've hit the floor.
Bye.
It's like, oh no.
Bye.
At one point, I've come to the conclusion the bike is literally fueled by human sacrifice. Because I rode off a cliff at speed, and I hit this jump. I'm about to. I completely misjudge it. I didn't have enough speed. I hit the edge of the cliff. The bike snaps in half. It's clearly not supposed to snap in half, but I hit it with such force. And then as my character's head ricochets off the side of the cliff and blood pours out, the bike just sticks back together. I'm like, oh my God.
Perhaps the bike's the main character.
It clearly is.
Yeah, just some random guy jumping on top of it.
The little dude or chick, right, is clearly hugely dedicated because they don't give a fuck if you're riding them to their death. It's great. It's really great.
Kerbals and Kerbal Space Program.
That's it.
There's always three Kerbals. One who's like really excited, and there's one who's just got this terrified look constantly as he's realised he's been put into a rocket ship. And as they go fly up into the air, and you realise you're going into outer space, like, I'm never getting you down. I haven't got enough fuel to get you guys back down. I'm sorry, you're just there forever now.
I'm sitting on explosives and Nick built the rocket.
yeah. Ram didn't put enough fuel in this one. That's the thing, you think that'll be enough fuel. I haven't done any calculations, that'll be enough. And it just gets to the edge of space, it's starting to do its gravity turn, and the engines run out.
You're like,
Oh. Did I put the parachute on this one? I did. But I forgot to put the explosive bolts to separate the crew compartment from the rest of the ship.
Well, better luck next time.
Bye, Jeremiah.
He walks out of the control center. Better luck next time.
Yeah.
Sipping his coffee.
Yeah.
It's just like the sea rescue team that I'm a part of.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
Well, you can't win them all. Skazz, you've never won one. I rescued that dog that was in the paddling pool. He wasn't drowning, he was playing. He could have been.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Dangerous. He looked panicked. But we just didn't feel we need to bring the helicopter on that one. And did we need...
Just imagine bringing the helicopter over someone's house.
Have you ever watched Yes Prime Minister?
No.
All right, you should watch it. It's a political program set in the 1970s. It's in the 90s. Well, I said it was filmed in the 1970s and 80s, and it basically is set in Parliament. Initially, it follows as a minister, then he become prime minister, and it follows as prime minister. And there's this bit where there's this sort of like national news of a dog that's wandered into a minefield, and they're like, the minister's like, we're not going to bother doing anything about it, because he asks like, can we rescue it? Because it'd be good publicity. They go, well, it's all right, I'll be dead by the weekend. And in the end, they decide to rescue it, and so they have to, they get like a helicopter in and sort of drop down and pick it up and so forth. It's all the news and so forth, and it's all good, great publicity. And then they're sort of
excellent use of public funds.
Well, that's the thing, you see, because at the minute he's sort of having a go with minister about talking about public funds and so forth, and he goes, do you want me to tell the newspapers how much it costs to rescue the dog? No, I won't leave it. Yeah, you should watch Yes Minister.
I will do.
Have you ever watched Blackadder?
Yes.
If you like Blackadder, you'll like Yes Minister.
I do like Blackadder. What was that one with Rick Mail? New Statesman?
He's, because
he did Young Ones, Bottom, Filthy Rich and Cat Flap. And I think it was the because there was one where he was running for Prime Minister, weren't there? It was, I've only ever seen a few episodes of it, but yeah, it's one of the one of the ones that he did that not many people really watched.
I can't say, it doesn't ring a bell. I mean, one I dismissed initially, but I actually started watching and thought was really good was The Thick of It.
All right.
And because I saw some clips now, I thought it looked, because it seemed to be every other word was a swear word. But I actually sat down and watched it, and it was really funny, really good. And it really works well. I've watched like 2 or 3, it's one I've watched 2 or 3 times. Slightly problematic because the first series has got the main characters played by, I forgot his name. Anyway, shortly after it came out, he got convicted for being a paedophile.
Right.
Yeah. And so they had to replace him very quickly in the next series.
All right.
But that's a good one to watch. I might watch that actually later because that's really good. Anyway.
I just want to quickly throw out there, and this is a subject that you shouldn't really touch on.
And I agree, it's called The New Statesman. He's right. You're right.
Right. If you are playing a character in a TV show or you're a voice actor, please don't get done for kiddie fiddling, you assholes.
I don't think they're planning to get done for. I think they're planning to get away with it.
That's not the point. Don't look.
I think what you mean is don't do it.
Yeah, think about the continuity of the show you're in, you fucking asshole.
When you're going down, that's a real tragedy here. Not even the boost. It's the fact that you've ruined.
You've
ruined the character arc.
You shouldn't do it to start with, but you fucked everything else up too. Not only are you a shit human being, but you were really shit at your job.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah. See? Look what Kevin Spacey did to House of Cards.
Just don't be a dick. How hard is this?
Anyway.
Ram's not a dick. He's still in the podcast. I haven't had to sack him yet. Middlemeister, I mean, he was warlocked.
He was warlocked.
He was rocked.
He was rocked. Not for anything bad, I will hasten to add. He wasn't doing anything.
It was just because he wasn't turning up. And
Yeah.
they figured they'd turn him into a rock and they'd put him on the table and he
couldn't
can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Then we lost the rock.
So really, we're the bad people
Yeah.
here.
He's somewhere.
He's some... But where?
I think he's in your front garden.
He might be down the pub.
He might be. Do we even left him there?
Might have done.
Yeah. We haven't been to pub in like years, but we might have left him there somehow.
Well, we hadn't seen Middlemeister in years. Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Poor
I
rock.
think he's in your front garden amongst all your pebbles.
Well, that's going to be a tough one. He might only be a pebble now. By the time we left him out there.
Yeah, if you walked over enough times. Just get up there. Is that Middlemeister? No. Sam? No. Sam? No. Sam? No.
Is there one that looks
Sam?
sufficiently angry?
How do you tell if Rock is angry? How do you tell?
Well.
This one just looks depressed. This one looks sort of melancholy. This one's sad. That's a sad Rock. Can't be him. Whoa!
This
got Middlemeister.
This one is definitely Middlemeister.
Yeah.
Wearing his PlayStation
Bit
4.
me.
Wearing his PlayStation 4 baseball cap.
Yes. Oh, we've got to get a Rock and just paint the PlayStation 4 logo on it.
It shall be done.
Good.
I'm surprised because he hasn't come in to talk about any of his PlayStation 5 stuff.
No, I've told him he needs to cut him. I've messaged him today and he's now got a phone. I can message him and say, "You coming?" No,
He
I'm
doesn't
out
love
tonight.
us.
No.
Oh, he's definitely coming if he's out tonight.
Yeah, he's going to have to come some point. He can't. Now I've got ways of getting hold of him. He can't escape so easy.
Dun, dun, dun.
He will come.
So what's next?
Right, I'm playing a game.
Have you?
I've been playing Farming Simulator 2019.
You said you were going to... Has it changed?
Right, because Farming Simulator 2017 also came out a couple of years ago. I bought it, I played it, and I was rather disappointed by it because it hadn't developed enough.
Was it 2018?
No, they were doing biannually at that
okay,
point.
cool.
So that was it wasn't called 2017, it was called 17. And before that was 15, then it was 2013, 2011, 2009, blah blah blah.
They lost some numbers.
They dropped the 20 for some reason.
What happens?
So
What happens?
Anyway, this is Farming Simulator 19.
Okay.
But 17 hadn't. The graphics were better, but it just didn't feel like it had improved enough. It hadn't. They just like rehashing the same mechanics. They added
Fresh
a few
coat of
bits.
paint, same again.
It hadn't developed. It hadn't felt like a big enough change. It wasn't like the Euro Truck 2 to Euro Truck 1. It wasn't a big enough jump.
That was a hell of a leap.
That was a hell of a leap.
Euro Truck 2 is still really fucking fun.
Oh yeah, it's great fun. I've put my reel back up on my
Have
camera.
you?
Yeah. I set up for Farming Simulator and then I thought, well, I've got to have a Euro
I'm
Truck.
going to go for a drive.
Yeah, I did. I went for a little drive in my Euro Truck.
All right.
Yeah, Euro Truck. So I was a bit hesitant by 19. And 19 actually came out last year because they always release it. 19 comes out sort of December time the year before.
Yeah.
So it came out December last year. So I was like, I just don't think it's going to turn up, so I'm not going to buy it. Not at full price. I'm going to wait for it to go a bit cheaper. So eventually I picked it up. And the main reason I picked it up was I had a friend coming round who is a farmer and who's coming around mine to have a meal. And I thought, I'm going to show him Farming Simulator. So I thought, it's quite cheap now. I can pick it up on CD keys, it's reasonably cheap. I'll pick it up.
Sure.
So I picked it up and played it. I did so initially I did so three things have changed.
I didn't see a Rand Nerds Let's Play of Farming Simulator.
Well, I haven't recorded one. Because I was watching him sort of, anyway. So
he was so excited. Anyway.
Yes. Well, first of all, I saw loads up. I'm thinking, and it looked like a very similar splash screen. It's like, oh, they just changed 17 to a 19 here, haven't they? But then I started playing it. So first thing I noticed was I went into the menu options. Now, you know from my previous ones, I've had to hack it to make it work with my peripherals. So previous farms until I think 13 had no peripheral support at all, just keyboard and mouse. Ooh. So yes, I had to hack it to make my steering wheel and my joystick work. Okay. I had to use a separate program to pretend to be a keyboard, and basically my steering wheel.
Yes, like left would be W.
Well, on my steering wheel, I programmed it to the left was actually move the mouse to the left.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So I simulated a mouse move, which is how you steered in the game with the mouse. Okay. So I sort of tricked it like that, and it took a lot of hacking to get it work.
Yeah, 'cause I remember us having a discussion about this a long time ago because I'm very fucking anal about control layouts, and if the default control layout isn't at least somewhat reasonable, I won't play the game. I won't sit there and remap every single fucking key to...
Well, if I'm a simulator, there's about 1,000 keys.
Shit.
You have got all your normal movement keys, then you have like some implements will have about 8 different controls for them. Then there's about 5 different buttons just for lights.
That sounds like running Vim.
It is. Yes, actually, in some ways, you know it's good.
Install an Arch or Gentoo.
You know it's good when you go down the list and they have to start putting Alt commands in as extra commands. They've run out of keys. You know it's going to be good when you see that. So I saw, and Farming Simulator 17 actually supported would store a peripheral. A. So it supported my steering wheel, but it didn't, and pedals and everything, but it wouldn't support the joystick, so I had to hack the joystick in. Finally, after all these years, Farming 19 will support multiple peripherals. Okay. So it natively supports my joystick and my steering wheel out the box.
Do you want to say what those are?
I've got a Satec Evo Pro joystick, which I've had for nearly 20 years.
Wow, it supports that?
Yeah.
Right out of the box? Just straight out?
Honestly, the Satec Evo Pro is probably one of the best joysticks I've ever had. And it supports it absolutely fine. Wow. Windows still recognises it and everything. It's fine.
Amazing.
Yeah, I bought that. I bought that for Flight Simulator back in 2001.
Wow.
And it's got its dead zones are going a little bit now. So when it sits still, you get phantom input. Oh, sure. But obviously you can put dead zones in, and that will ignore that. So, but frankly, I haven't replaced it because I bought that joystick for 50 quid. But there are no joysticks. I'm also going to have gone up in price in 20 years. There's no joysticks of a similar modern price point that look as good. They all seem really cheap and nasty.
No,
the only other choice is to go for someone with a HOTAS, when they look like 300 or 400 quid.
Yeah,
which I would do, but I can't quite justify it. Although I'm probably going to end up buying one from Next Warrior 5.
See, I still want to play Elite Dangerous with a proper HOTAS. I've still not properly played Elite Dangerous because I don't feel it would be right to play it with mouse and keyboard and control.
Well, I've obviously had my joystick, but that feels a bit wrong for Elite Dangerous. I nearly bought a HOTAS for Elite Dangerous, but it didn't quite push me over the edge. But MechWarrior 5 probably will push me over there because I would like to have proper separate throttle for that. It'd be quite cool. Sure. So it supports it fine. And my other one is a Logitech G27 racing wheel that I bought for Euro Truck Simulator that I did spend nearly £300 on. For you, so that's got proper gear stick and everything.
I was going to say you got the full combo unit. So because normally you could just buy the wheel
and pedal,
and the because it's got a sequential gearbox on it. It's got the old paddles. Yeah. But then you can buy a stick and pedals to go with it.
It comes with the set I bought has the whole set.
Sure.
Really good set, and the pedals you can adjust the spring rates on them, everything. You can put weights in all. You can so much customization on it. It's a lovely set, really good wheel. I always sort of think, so when I'm buying something like that, spend the money and get something decent. Yeah. Rather than buying a cheap plasticky thing that's going to last you 10 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's got dodgy. I mean, as I might say to it, I just don't want to replace it because it's just so good. And if it's as good as it, just showing its
at the end of the day, if it works, even if it's old, that's all that matters, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's starting to show its age a bit now, bless it. It's starting to, I said, you've got the sensitivity issues, but it's still works, but it's starting to, it's starting to wear, and it is probably time I get some. But I just can't think of anything.
Is there not a part you could just replace in that? Like,
I don't think you get parts of them anymore.
really?
I've not pulled it apart. The thing is, I trust I don't pull it apart.
Oh, just in case it gives up the ghost.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
So
I've had that with a few peripherals of mine.
I might be tempted to buy someone else's second hand one, and pull that apart and see what's like inside, and see
what
if
the
it's
guts are like.
Yeah, see how repairable it is. But to be frank, with some dead zones in there, actually, it's all right.
I mean, a lot of these sticks that you buy these days, anyways, you have to adjust the dead zones to fit your play style anyway. Because where some people would say, "Oh, that stick's too sensitive," to someone else, that'd be perfectly fine.
I had to put the dead zone on my stick is now set to 14% in every axis to get with the phantom input, which is quite a lot. 14%.
No, I suppose.
But it works. Doesn't matter. It works for what it does. So it supports out of the box. I did remap all those controls because the trouble is the controls, obviously, they don't know. It supports, they don't know what the controls are. They just assume, okay, well, control 1 will do this.
So they don't have any default default
It's got defaults, but obviously it just goes, button 1 is this, button 2 is this, button 3 is this, but button 1 might be in the right place on one joystick, but completely wrong place on another joystick.
No, I get it.
So I did remap it to, and also I remapped it to mirror a Manitou telehandler control stick.
Right.
I actually know what they drive like, so I decided to remap it to vaguely represent that. So remap the steering wheel. Has got support where it's got like your steering's got proper axle support. So when I hacked it, it's at forward and backwards, basically full on or full off. There was no feathering on it.
Okay.
This now supports. The previous one supported it as well, to be fair, but you can just like gently put the foot on the throttle, and so forth. Still hasn't got proper gears in it. It is basically arcade, forward and back. So basically, accelerate makes you go forward, brake makes you reverse.
Okay.
There's no proper gears on it still, which is a bit disappointment. It's still not quite got that little bit, but it's jumped in that regards. It's also jumped graphically. The tractors inside look a lot more in depth, a lot more. They look more pretty inside.
But is it functional? Like is everything on the inside functional, or is it just like prettying it up?
Varies. So some things the control panels will match up, so they'll like have your speed readouts and so forth.
Okay.
You can't interact with them with the controls.
Okay.
Your steering wheel and stuff moves, and the character model will move the steering wheel, and like when you use the loader, he'll move his hand to the loading stick and move the loader properly and so forth, which is quite neat. And you can do things like some of the combines. You can look over your shoulder and you can see the grain filling up the combine. Okay. It's got little neat things like that. But they're good enough. They're as good as Eurotruck's interiors in terms of the input. The Eurotruck 2s, they look functional. You can't interact with the buttons on Eurotruck's interiors, but they are there and they look good. And the main part of the dashboard responds and feels responsive and good.
Okay.
So that's good. They've improved that. Graphically, it's improved. They've improved the way the gameplay. So basically, when you start a game, you have 3 choices. Your first choice is you basically have a farm that's all set up and running, and you're basically just given it, and you're getting a small amount of cash to buy some equipment. But you've got a set of equipment all set up for you. You've got a few fields. You're good to go, really.
It's your job to manage it.
Yeah, but it's all set up for you. The one which I played was what they called the farm manager mode. Basically, you get given a budget, but you start with nothing.
Okay.
So you have no fields, no land, nothing. You have no equipment. So you have to buy that all with your budget.
Okay.
Budget's quite good. Budget's €1.25 million. But you'd be surprised how quickly you use that up. Once you bought some, because a patch of land will cost you like 200,000 euros. So by a couple, I bought like.
It's actually quite cheap, really. 200,000 euros for a reasonable patch of land.
It wasn't a reasonable patch of land.
Oh really? So it's just you're talking like rinky dink.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could walk it quite quickly. So I
drives his tractor on it.
It drives off.
The size of a small car park.
Well, I was able to buy 3 fields. And one of the fields had like the farm plot bit in it but there's no buildings on it. So I went and bought some. You have to buy all the buildings. So I bought a farmhouse, popped that on there. Bought some silos, bought some barns, put my equipment in. Didn't go too mad because I didn't have a lot of money. The farmhouse, it looks pretty and you can sleep in it.
Okay.
So when it gets dark in the evening, when it's too dark to see what, you just go to the farmhouse and sleep. Previous games, you basically had to wait until the light again. Now you can actually go and have the kip. Machinery, I bought myself my basic machinery, because you need quite a lot actually when you start. Because you need a tractor, you need a weight for the tractor, you need a plough, a cultivator. You ideally you'll need some drills to put the seed into the ground. You'll need something to fertilise it with, so you need a fertiliser. You'll then also want a harvester, with obviously a combine with a combine head. You'll then want a trailer to put the grain in to then take it to the market. So you quite a lot of stuff to start with.
Yeah.
So I was very careful when I bought it. I had about 50 grand left in the bank by the time I'd done that. So I was then able to, and that was quite nice because I had done a previous play where I'd basically done it and then hacked it and given myself loads of money. So the reason I did that is because my friend came around, I wanted to show him all cool things you could do.
Okay.
So I hacked it basically so I could buy the gear and basically have a go, and he could have a go of a big combine, because he was only come run once, and he was like, I want to have a go of a big combine and a proper.
Well, yeah, because you don't want him to see like baby's first farm.
Yeah,
and
I don't want to spend 30 hours getting big enough so you could see what it looked like.
Yeah.
So I did cheat, but then I saw the second one. I thought, no, I'm gonna do it from scratch.
Okay.
Main source of income, obviously you've got your wheat and your fields and so forth. When you buy a field, you get what's in it.
Right.
Crops can wither though, so you've got to harvest them quick. It's quite neat as well. When you walk over a field, it will tell you more information about it. It will tell you what's in it. It will tell you if it's got how many weeds it's got, if it needs fertilizer, if it needs ploughing. It tells you the information. So which is what you could do by in reality looking.
Yeah.
You can't in the game look and that, because in reality you go and you could pick a bit of soil up and look at it and go, I need to do this. You can't do it in the game. There are still visual interpretations as well, so you can see weeds in a field.
Yeah.
But this game will basically tell you as well when you're walking over and so forth. That's quite cool. So I bought it, got my harvester. I got a harvested the field, took it all. I had enough money to buy myself a straw baler.
Okay.
So I bought myself some round bales. I bought another trailer, which was flatbed, so I could then get my tractor with a loader, because I bought a loader for my tractor. Load the straw bales onto the trailer and drive them and sell them. Yeah. Oh, I've got to show. I'll have to show. Sorry, I will put this. I will upload and put this in the show notes. But I've got to show you my stacking of my trailer. I was so proud. I was so proud. I showed it to my friend.
Did you legit take a picture?
Yes. Look at that.
Oh, what?
Notice how that bale is floating in midair.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And from the front.
Oh my god.
Don't ignore the one that fell off.
There's a copy of that on Apple Photo. That is amazing.
Yeah. So
is that a screenshot or just something you took with your phone?
I just took it with my phone.
Oh, okay.
I just took my phone. It's a scot of the screen. I took it with my phone. But I mean, I've got a quite good frame, and you can't tell.
Good job there, mate. Good job.
I was very careful with the frames, and you couldn't tell. But yeah, but I took those. Because see those ratchet straps, they basically lock whatever you have on your trailer. They lock it physically to it, so it becomes effectively part of the model. So as long as I had those on there, as long as I had the ratchet straps around them, they weren't going anywhere.
I love ratchet straps.
Oh man, you'd come to the farm. You'd love them.
Something about ratchet straps.
We have an 8 meter 20-ton one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I could play with ratchet straps all day. That sounds really bad. If you've got...
man, I know what you mean. Ratchets are great fun. Ka-dumph. That's a bit overexcited. It's like click.
See that shit that was moving? Ain't moving now.
Never moving ever again.
Get that strap on, clunk. I know, I went there.
Yeah, get that strap on. Click. Ow! Click. Ow! Click. My spleen. Click.
Oh, I can't breathe. There we go.
Click.
There you go. Best use for ratchet straps right there.
I'll put those pictures in the show notes so you can see my marvellous trailer.
That was amazing.
I was so proud.
I've never seen a phone like that before.
What's the best bit is when I got to the place and I loaded them, it just took the bottom, they just held the bottom layer. So I got out the trailer, and I was like, I've got 6 bales just floating in midair. I just went, okay, I'm just going to do these ratchet straps one at a time as the bales. But as they fell, it instantly sold. So they just disappeared. Yeah, like, boop, 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 boop. It was quite funny.
Good job.
Yeah, so that's quite improved.
Did you guys not see those up there? Oh, you were worried about the ratchet. They're still fine.
It's fine. You can also make money through slave shops. That's quite good money spent, actually, bales. You can start going for quite a lot of money. You can make money through, obviously, your crop. You can also make money. You can do jobs for other people. That's actually quite good pay, quite good, actually, doing jobs. So I've been doing a lot of silaging where basically you get grass and you wrap it and it ferments and it becomes feed for winter. They're called silaging. So I've been doing quite a lot of sort of silage baling and what have you, and sowing fields and also doing all this job because I'm doing work for people. I'm hiring people to do my work on my farm, but I pay them a lot less because you pay them something silly. One good improvement. Now, when your helpers get stuck on a tree and can't move, the game tells you.
I was going to say you complained about that.
Yes.
Way back in the
Yeah,
day.
because I was thinking, why has this field not been done yet? Oh, you've been sat there for the last 12 hours trying to drive up a tree. Brilliant. Now they actually tell you, and if you don't solve it in so long a time, they'll just stop.
If you don't solve it in so long a time, they die.
Well, but at least it's not costing you money. You don't have to
You
pay
should not have to send that to their widow.
Yeah. Look, he was a lovely guy. At least he's not costing me any more money. Have a flour.
Have some straw.
Yeah. And it's a bag of flour milled this morning. So I get the guy. So while they're at home, I just asked my friend. I said, "Why?" Because he's done the same thing. He's been off doing contract work for somebody else, while someone's on his farm doing his contract work for his farm. So all these people just basically paying each other to do their own work. I said, "What would be great is a person who you're doing contract work for is paying you because he's off doing work for somebody else, and they're going to work for the person who's doing your farm." And you've all basically you could all just stayed at home and done your own work, and you'd have solved this problem.
But that's not how farming works.
No, it's not.
If not, import.
In my personal save, I haven't got any stock. In the other save, I have got stock. Stock's quite expensive. But I'm working way up. I'm sort of keying my way up to basically being a livestock farm.
Okay.
Stocks still haven't really improved much to my liking. They've definitely focused on the arable side. It's also worth mentioning that arable-wise, there's a lot more you can do. There's about 20 different crops now.
Okay.
Everything from wheat to barley to cotton to sugar beet to sunflowers.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll feel good for us. No, as far as I'm aware, no marijuana. I did look.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been an interesting
Not
interest.
that marijuana's an interest of mine, but, you know.
Well, it would be an interesting.
A lot of stuff is going through a shortage, apparently.
Is it?
Fuck
I wouldn't know.
No, just random fucking... Hey, man, you got any weed? It's like, no. It's like, oh, mate, you can't find any.
Mate, it's Brexit. Sorry. We can't get it in anymore.
That's it.
Import tariffs, you know what it is.
That's what you fucking get for voting for the referendum.
It turns out all marijuana dealers are actually pro-Remain. Because they can offer...
Well, yeah, because they're all fucking... I forgot the word now.
Romanian?
Yeah, they're all Romanian. No. Oh, fuck them. I don't give a shit. Fuck those assholes.
Apparently, they find that drug dealers now starting getting pro for the environment. Apparently, someone was complaining on the truth. He went and bought himself some weed, and the guy didn't give him a bag, gave him a reusable bag to bring back next time, so he didn't have to...
Well, damn, man.
It's like, yeah,
what a complaint. Your dealer's an asshole.
Yeah. It's like,
Christ.
reusable, he's got a bag for life. What more does he want? A baggie for life.
That's it. Well, I tell you what, you can give him one of them limited edition Lowestoft and Tesco bags for life.
Saber.
Hello, son.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to trail this over onto a weed conversation, but you know, we're still turning into a referendum conversation, which could have turned into a state of the country conversation. It's bollocks.
Yeah. So yeah, got that. So yes, the stock in it, you still basically how stock works. You put a pig, a sheep. You've now got horses in it.
Right.
We didn't have before.
I don't want to eat horses.
You train the horse and you sell them.
Oh.
But
It's not really farming, is it?
Well, it's sort of farming.
Maybe. But what if I want to eat some horse?
Well, once Tesco leaves the farm, it's up to the buyers.
Bless him. That's a cock up they'll never get past.
Yeah. So you got sheep, pigs, cows, chickens, and horses, basically, and you can buy a small or large pasture or pen or whatever equivalent of. The animals.
Chickens. Ram, I want some chickens.
I can arrange that.
Excellent.
Good
job.
Nice big.
You heard it here.
Nice big cock in the back garden is what you need.
Well, I need it. In fairness,
around, crowing
my family needs a great big cock because I'm telling you now, I ain't got one.
No, It'd be nice to take your cock out in the morning and sort of let it wander about a bit.
That's the great thing, mate. If I take my
Crack of
cock out,
dawn.
if I take my cock out, no one will see it.
Yeah.
1 second. Good job. Moving on.
We're 5 years old.
Yeah.
But yes, chop up the fart. Basically, how animals work: you buy some animals, and they'll all have like percentage bars of what they need, like straw, water, feed. And they use percentage bars like the outputs, like manure and slurry. As long as those bars are maxed out, and you take away and you make sure the slurry doesn't fill up, what basically happens? They simply breed and produce more animals.
You just don't worry about it, really.
Yeah, as long as you just keep them topped up, and it's a bit. There's no real interactivity. It's just top them up and then you sell them.
I was actually about to ask you about that. Like, have they improved what you actually do to them?
They just breed and you sell the excess, basically.
Oh.
I mean, sheep produce wool as well. Cows produce milk. Chickens produce eggs. They do. Do you not know? And brown cows produce chocolate milk.
Amazing.
Yeah. Learn something new every day here at Round Nerds.
Ding ding.
I won't tell you what banana milk comes from.
It's up to you to find out.
Yes. Yeah. So
Derailed.
I actually made my mother burst out laughing the other day because she was saying we were in the car and she was driving back and I was saying, chap on the farm, he's thinking of getting a house cow, dairy cow to have on the farm, which he can basically milk just for them. Yeah, sure. She goes, well, they need to get a milking machine. I said, no, with one cow, just milk it by hand. Yeah. She goes, well, do you have to do that when you're up there covering? I said, yeah, probably. She goes, do you know how to milk a cow by hand? I said, mother, every man knows how to milk a cow. And she burst out laughing.
Just throwing it out there. Nick's mum. Dirty mind. Bless you.
Yeah.
Good job, mate. You went there. She went there. That's a laugh. Well played.
Mother has got a very dirty mind.
Bless her.
I told my friend that as well while he was driving. He had to pull over because he was laughing so much. So, but yes, I would like it. So it'd be nice if you could go into, because there's lots of things you can do with animals. You can vaccinate.
Not some of the stuff that you want to do, mate.
That can be modded in. Vaccinating, so you can go actually.
Don't start saying vaccination. That'll freak people out.
No, all my pigs aren't derpy, so they're fine. Go in there, and you could go vaccinate your pigs. You could fly spray your cattle, ear tag them. Perhaps select the cows, go and have a look and see which ones have got sort of best meat conformation. I'll have that one to sort of herd them off. You could do a lot more interactivity with it. They just don't. And it's just really...
Have you thought of requesting this stuff? Is this like is there like a forum or something that the developers look at? Is this something you think would be reasonable to put in?
I think most people buy it for the animal stuff.
Sure.
I'm probably in the minority who want a bit more interactivity of the animals.
Sure.
So.
Then I have this groove where if you say it's a simulator, I expect a little bit more from it.
Yeah. I would like to be able to do more stuff with the animals.
Sure.
And have more fun. And so you could have an actual...
you?
Yes.
Yes, I would.
Yes, I would. I want to milk some cows.
I've had plenty of practice.
Yeah. Yes. What my friend said, he said, yeah, he just he went off and said, oh yeah, you have to make sure, I just getting a bit sore now, isn't it? Yeah. Which do you have a milking hand? Yes, my right hand's my milking hand. Right.
We've really gone off. This podcast is gone over there.
Why is it whenever we bring up farming, it all goes to smut?
Well,
it's because farming is basically sex. Let's be honest with it. It's all about making things have sex and go big.
Yeah.
Animals. They have sex. They produce more animals. Those animals grow up and either have sex or get killed.
Shit, is that how that worked?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Have you seen the Mitchell Webb sketch where he's the farmer?
No.
I'll show you that after podcast. I'll just show you that sketch because that's brilliant.
I missed the soapbox, by the way. Have you ever seen the soapbox?
Yes, I've seen the soapbox. That was really good.
I missed
those. I feel I've got them all downloaded somewhere.
Good job.
No, it was really good on that one. I don't know where he basically told someone off criticised that he always wore the same shirt. He says, I do them all on the same bloody day. That's why I have the same show on every single time.
Is that how we get away with it?
Yes. Time to get with a Christmas special. Oh no! Our secret's revealed.
Oh my god! What do you mean we don't record it on Christmas Day? Sadness.
Which is impressive because we broadcast it prior to that.
Oh shit, do we?
Yeah.
Time travel.
It gets broadcast on the same routine. Just happens that it's Saturday before Christmas Day when we're all getting, either at relatives getting bored or at having family meals out or getting drunk.
I was going to say there's no family meals out here, but getting drunk would be amazing. But then my kids would kick the shit out of me.
Get them drunk as well. Problem solved.
Game on.
Yeah. Look, they're young enough. A shot of whiskey in their Coke, and that's them done for
I'm
the day.
already worst parent of the century, so why not?
There you go. Sorted.
There you go, lads.
So
Livestock.
So Skazz are a bit disappointing. The actual album stuff, they've really improved. It's definitely feels like they've made a progression on this one. They've definitely improved. Just a lot of little things they've improved and fixed. Still got some oddities. Still got the fact that sometimes when you go to a trailer, the trailer flies in the air 50 feet before it hitches onto your tractor. That still happens occasionly.
Just like in real life.
Yeah, just like in real life. It does. You've seen my driving.
Yeah.
So it has got these little bits and pieces that all just they've treated it. It's definitely more advanced. I am slightly annoyed that I saw announced today Farming Simulator 20. It's like, hang on a second, that's not biannual. You're mirroring the numbering system.
Wait, hang on. They've already announced a new.
That's coming out. This is coming out next month, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Quick, get on it, Nick. I
just bought this one.
I expect a review. Full price. How much?
So
is full price?
I bought myself today, and I saw I don't know, about £40.
Fuck off.
I saw.
What I meant to say there was, I'm sorry, sir, but that's too pricey for my taste.
Yeah. I was feeling the other day. Because I've been I've a bit of an embarrassing confession to make later. I was nothing involving livestock. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I was watching. I think the other day. I remember once we discussed doing a TV series where I partially translate various game things. I was going to redub like GTA San Andreas.
Yeah.
So when they say, "Yo, cool, I'm down with that," I translate it to mean, "Yes, I should come along with you." That sort of thing.
Reminds me of a time when me and Chalky completely overdubbed the first Harry Potter film. That was fucking hilarious. I had no idea what the hell was going on. I had no idea who those characters were. Some of them were fucking, like, the chicks were dudes, the dudes were fucking out there. Yeah, it was crazy. It was fun, though. You must do it.
Cool. That'll be a series of YouTube videos to do. I thought I have to like get some old I thought I could do sort of like 1920s mobster films or something like that.
Do it.
Yeah, I will do.
I've got a voice booth if you want to use it.
Yeah, could do. But yeah, so I'm a bit annoyed that they've announced another one. But yeah, I'm just sort of looking forward to it. It's nice. It's progressed. Obviously, I'm going to say don't bother buying 2019 or 19 because they're now releasing the new one. You might as well buy the new one.
Fair that.
And it's not cheaper, you might as well buy the new one. Unless you've never played a Farming Simulator game before, in which case buy an older one at cheaper price and give it a go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Farming Simulator 19, I would recommend it, but there's no point anymore.
I would recommend it, but there's no point making this entire section of the podcast
void. None and void.
Good job.
Cool.
Which in fairness is pretty much every podcast we've done up until this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
Alcohol is gone. Anyway.
Yeah. I've got my embarrassing confession.
Oh.
This is very embarrassing.
Well, what have you done wrong?
This is actually quite embarrassing.
You forgot to post the last episode. Did I give you the last episode?
Yes, you did, and it was correct. Yes. It was correct as well. Well, at least it was. The bit I listened to sounded right, so I posted it.
I'll do.
Yeah. Like, hello, welcome to the podcast. Oh, that sounds right. I'll just post it.
I'll do.
I'm sure it's right. Luke's never made a mistake before. Oh, wait, he has.
Oh, well. Shit happens. Every episode now will be this episode.
I was sat at home and I was like, right, I was going through Netflix. I want to have something on the background. Like, I like something in the background I'm not having to concentrate on. It's why sometimes I'll watch like a series I've watched 3 or 4 times.
I do that with Good Omens quite regularly.
Yeah. So that sort of thing. So I can do something else, but have something sort of there, just sort of like ticking the brain over type thing.
Uh-huh.
And I went on there and I saw something there that made me think of my childhood. I hadn't seen since I was really young. And a bit of a nostalgia moment. So I saw it was an old 90s sitcom. I thought it used to be on every Tuesday on BBC Two. So I thought I'd watch that.
Right.
And yeah, and just sort of see how terrible it was. Because obviously 90s tropes. What was acceptable time thing? So I ended up watching The French Prince of Bel-Air. And what's more disturbing, as soon as the title scene started, I could recite all the lyrics word perfect.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I still can recite them now.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm not going to, because I think I'd probably offend a lot of people by doing rapping the French Prince of Bel-Air lyrics. But I could
that's
do it.
brilliant, Ram. You're a champion. You are a champion. There's
If
going to be a Fresh Prince cover track by Ram. I will have it put up by sometime.
The real Snorlax has joined us and says, "Hi guys, am I lucky to see the start of something good today?" Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be doing some rapping later.
Maybe. Your rap career starts now. Oh my god. It's bad enough I've seen you flip off.
Enter the G.
Oh no! I've seen you flip off an arcade machine today.
What more could you possibly want?
You know what? Look, I know you're an alcoholic.
What's this? I hear rustling.
There's nothing.
Oh, fuck you.
Yep, I love you too, man. I love you too. Look, I've got to go to a gig tomorrow and pretend I give a shit.
What gig are you doing?
I don't know what the side band is, but they suck. And the main
Thanks
band,
for joining us, side band.
Yeah, the main band is Opeth, and they suck. So,
Can I ask, is this a paying gig, or is this just being dragged along willingly?
I am being dragged along. It's going to suck. However, I have been told there may be beer and food involved.
Well,
Therefore,
there you go.
I'm in.
To be fair, beer makes anything good.
No, mate, I listened to this album. It fucking sucked. It was an hour and 7 minutes long. The only song that resonated started at 58 minutes.
Well, sorry, beer managed to get me through the first 9 episodes of French Bel-Air in one sitting. That's impressive. What's more impressive is the 90s tropes it shows. It's hilarious. It's amazing. They have a clip show. I forgot about clip shows being a thing. And one of the clip shows, bear in mind these episodes are only 22 minutes long. One of the clip shows is 5 minutes from a previous episode.
Good job.
It's amazing. It's just so weird watching it as well. All these 90s tropes. It's
Do you know what really throws me about old TV? Like how badly it looks.
Yes.
These days, like, oh wow, man! Like if
muddy.
if this was a year, like if this was a 2017 fucking thing, like depth of field would be abused to the point that it was the government or something, you know.
Yeah.
It would be like an orphanage, like so badly fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, oh look at the depth of field. We're gonna focus on this character's face. You can't see anything in the background other than just blur.
Well, it's just cheap lenses, isn't it? It's all cheap grin, cheap stuff, isn't it? And it's just so weird seeing something with a laugh track now. I know it just feels weird, and all, particularly as American laugh tracks. They spend have you ever seen whooping? Someone comes on who's mildly famous at the time. Woo! Woo! Like, oh look, it's that person! Woo!
And that's literally what they say.
Yeah,
they don't change it.
Yeah, it's like really. And it's like, and then a regular character comes on who has their little traits, their little like habit they always do when they walk on, like the little like sort of catchphrase or whatever it is. And again, people just woo every time they see it. It's like, really, that's a 90, and these were all. I'm not picking out the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. All 90 sitcoms were like it, mainly American data, sort of like primetime sitcoms. They are all equally as bad. I mean, it's not actually that unfunny. It's actually got its moments. It's just, it's got all the tropes of 90s, which is really poor.
Amazing.
Yeah, but I know it's weird. You forgot what they were like. And
oh, man, I never forgot.
And all the sort of like happy messages they have to send and so forth. And I found out that the main actress who left after 2 seasons really hates everybody on that show.
Oh.
She actually got to the point where she's treated that Will Smith responsible for her son trying to commit suicide.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So which character was it?
Aunt Viv. She left after 2 seasons. She got sacked.
Oh.
And she has never forgiven them.
Oh.
She still bitches about Will Smith today.
Wow.
Talk about holding a grudge.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah.
Dude.
I couldn't believe it. I thought, why did she leave? And of course I Googled it. I was like, oh, wow.
Damn.
Oh, wow. And she basically blamed Will Smith for her son trying to commit suicide.
Excellent.
Yeah. That just shows you, doesn't it?
I'm glad to hear it.
Will Sort says he'll report on the singer, my mate. So you're doomed.
Oh, excellent.
Cool. But yeah, fun. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there. I'm slightly embarrassed. I watched the French Prince of Bel-Air first episode. Yeah.
Where did you see it?
Netflix.
Oh, fucking Netflix.
It was a case of I want something in the background. What would be?
I'm bored and I'm having a wank.
I require no.
The sheep sounds come on for that, right?
Yeah, Farming Simulator loads up. I'm wearing the sheep pen. Maybe sometime.
Good job.
I did check the modelling, and all the pigs I can report have no gender.
Damn.
They have the back end of a ball, but without the balls.
I'm gonna spoil everyone's world right now. Like the Twin Towers.
Uh-oh.
Gender, there's 2 of them.
Uh-oh.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
You can't swap. No, there's no more. It's 2. 2. It's like binary, you know? There you go, done. It's the one thing I won't let people fuck with. It's done.
Okay.
Come at me, bro.
Okay.
Can I just throw out there, my wife attends Pride every fucking year, and every fucking year I laugh at people.
Okay.
Job done.
Okay. Now, thank you for that revelation. Yeah.
I said it. I'm leaving it in.
Good. On that note,
It's going to make a mess if I don't pull it out fast, though. Moving on.
moving on. I've got nothing else, to be honest.
Oh,
Just my embarrassment.
that's it. What do you mean you're saying that after all these years you're not embarrassed just doing the podcast? So this is something that's normal now.
I thought you used to podcast. Bobcast?
Bobcast.
Bobcast. Well, we have got Roberts here, haven't we? So there we go.
There you go,
It's the
that'll do.
Bobcast.
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 The Bobbits
The Bobbitcast, yes. Bobby.
Bobscast.
Bobby.
Fucking bastard.
Bobby.
Dude's a fucking dick.
Yeah, the Bobbies.
Oh, hang on. Can I just throw out there, We Happy Few?
Yes.
How'd he go at it?
Don't like it.
I like the story, I just don't like the gameplay.
No, I can see you. I can guess. I could imagine you not liking the gameplay.
It just seemed really...
Yeah.
Graphically, it was alright. I don't know, just...
Do you like the style?
Yeah, it was fine. I liked for the most part, I liked the voice acting, I liked the sound design. But just, as well, because I was playing it on a control pad as well, just sometimes there was like some aim assisting things going on that just like, I'm going to throw a bottle over there. Oh shit, I've just pegged the guy in the head.
It does do that sort of lock on in the PC version as well. When if you aim at the target, it's then locked on effectively.
Oh, right.
So it does sort of, once you've aimed once, it's sort of effectively locked on. If you don't, but you have to aim at them first, and it sort of like tracks them.
Oh, sure, okay.
Type situation.
So now I know where I went wrong then.
Yeah. The combat takes a little. I can imagine the combat being worse on a controller. I mean, I thought the combat on a combat felt quite solid. The combat felt quite simple but solid.
Yeah.
But I can imagine the other controls being a bit.
It was a bit janky.
Bit floaty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. I could see that happening on a controller.
I mean, I would probably, if I go back to it, I will probably just set it to the easiest difficulty because I am enjoying the story. I just don't enjoy anything else about it.
Did you get very far?
Up to the tanks.
Up to the tanks with the like the jubilators.
Oh
no, you mean the tanks in the World War II base? Yeah, I know where you are.
So I didn't get.
Yeah, you've met can't remember his name now.
No, I can't remember his name, but it's a bit crazy, and he's talking to a
crazy
painting.
guy. Yeah, he's actually the third character in the third chapter.
Oh, right.
That's who you play. You basically, when you start in the third chapter after the tank bit,
sure.
is where you start playing him.
I mean, it's interesting, it's fun, but just sometimes I was like, I mean, even the stealth sections weren't that bad, but I was like, sometimes this is a real. I'm trying to be stealthy, but this is a real drag.
Stealth is a bit janky.
I could just go over there and deck the fuck out of all of them and be done with it.
Yeah. To be fair, stealth is one of the things. Is once you've learned the tricks of stealth, it's actually very easy stealth.
Yeah.
There aren't many bits where you'll get caught out. Once you know where you can hide and the AI. How to get around the AI stuff is actually fairly straightforward.
Well, I mean, there was one guy literally sat in a chair and I ran right in front of him. He did dick all until I punched him in the face.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know here, but it was all right. I personally think for me it would be a game where I'd have to put it onto easiest difficulty just to absorb the story. Because the story is interesting. I do like the story.
I like the story.
But I just don't like them. Mechanically, it seems stupid that there are things going on that don't really seem to matter.
Can you see the fact that where it changed from a survival game to
look almost straight away, because it practically tells you in the tutorial, by the way, you're now hungry or thirsty.
But don't worry, it won't affect you that much.
You're not gonna die, but your stamina's gonna drop a little bit, or your attack power's gonna drop a little bit. But it's okay. Look, it almost practically says it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's like,
why did you take it out?
Yeah, then why is?
You can tell the moment where it switched, and they obviously got more story focus. And I think they realised that actually those mechanics gone the way of the story focus part.
Yeah.
So, but they felt that's what they were meant to be. So rather than put it out completely and say, actually, this doesn't work, we're going to just pull it out.
Yeah.
Probably because they sold it as a survival game. They just left it in very half-heartedly.
Sure.
So
that's what it seemed like.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think that was a bad mistake leaving that in there, because it's pointless. It never, at no point in the game has that affected me or caused me problems.
No.
I've played through on the medium difficulty.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on.
At no point has it ever affected me, so I'm not.
I mean, I've been starving and fucking dying of thirst, and I'm still able to box out 3 dudes.
Yeah, you will.
You know. So,
and it's just so easy to find liquid.
Yeah.
Once you found the water pumps,
yeah,
you're sorted, really.
Yeah.
So,
looks pretty though.
It is a pretty game.
It was a bit awkward at times trying to figure out where I needed to go when you're in kind of the more openy areas, but
usually if you look on your map, it will show a small diamond. Okay. So if you've not discovered the area yet, it will still show you a little diamond.
Still point out roughly where you need to go.
It generally it tells you where to go on the map, so at least you know in the direction you're heading.
Sure.
So if you look,
that was just like something like, hey, make some cream, and all of a sudden, like, wait, where do I go? Oh. Because sometimes just moving between missions in the menus was really awkward.
Tracking it is a bit awkward, yeah.
Like just little things about the interface kind of threw me, and the controls were a bit off. Like the fact that it was just like there were magnet stuff. Like, oh, I'm looking at that guy, but I want to do this, but for some reason I'm still targeting that guy.
It's fun. I didn't really experience that too much in the PC version. I think that sounds like a controller issue.
Yeah. It's done to make it easier for me on a control pad, but it didn't make it easier.
No. Sometimes the helping systems can actually be more of a hindrance.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, I would probably play it through for the story, but not where I'm actually going to have to pay attention to stealth, because I felt that it was slowing. The story is very slow.
Yeah.
And the things that go on between the story are pretty thin. So for me, like I said, I would probably turn it onto the easiest difficulty so that the enemy's like, oh, can't see a thing, and just go.
Yeah.
Because the story is worth playing it for.
Cool.
It gives me like a 1984 Equilibrium vibe.
Yes, yeah, I can see that.
And I thought it was really neat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Have you seen have you come across any of Uncle Jack's videos where he's actually? Have you actually seen any of the actual videos? You'll hear him broadcasting.
No, I don't think I have yet. No, not yet.
No, you will actually come across TV sets, and he'll be broadcasting TV sets, which are quite cool. Oh,
sure.
Because they've got a real actor who played who's one of those actors who's like, oh, that's him. He played that character. He played that
character in that thing.
Really? I don't believe it, but he did. I can't remember what that thing was, but I was quite surprised. I was like, oh, it's him. Type situation. It's one of those actors that's been in a lot of things you didn't realise it.
Well, if I find anything, I'll let you know, and I'll tell you if I've.
Cool.
Well, it was all right.
I'm glad I'm not surprised by your response, but I'm glad that you're enjoying the storyline.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. You can see it's a me game, can't you?
Yes, for sure. Well, I did say that on my stream, because I streamed it for about 3 days. I played it for probably about 4 to 6 hours. And I said, this is most definitely a RAM game. The downfall for me was literally just some of the stealth mechanics. I hate forced stealth mechanics. Yeah. And the game was loaded with them at the start, even though it didn't really need them.
It has got a few, some which think you should be stealthy, but actually you don't need to be stealthy. I think the armor base, you do have to be quite stealthy, because there's quite a lot of guys, and you really do need to be a bit quiet about it. Yeah,
they go fucking full on hardcore. Yeah. The only time I died was when a couple of them came at me and were just throwing grenades at me. It was... Yeah, that was interesting.
Did you find it funny? Because
yeah. Like everything that was happening, I was, I just wanted. Sometimes I just wanted to laugh, and other. Like I was really getting into it, but as soon as it started to force the stealth and slow down the story, I was just like, it doesn't really.
Try and change it up to easy and see if that makes a difference.
Sure. Sure.
You'll be able to know that the next character is stealth focused.
Oh, great. Yay. Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, well that's it.
Oh, okay.
I ain't got anything else to add unless you've got anything to add.
No, that's it.
Cool. Well, thank you for watching on the TheSuffolkRam.
Skazz.
See you in a fortnight. I'll get the date up. I should look this up really before I started, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot. He doesn't do these sort of things. But Skazz will edit and make this sound perfect. See you on our next broadcast. Will be on the 9th of November.
You are.
2019 at 9:30 non-DMT, because the hour goes back tonight.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. Well, technically goes back tomorrow morning.
Cheeky bastards.
Yeah. Are we still up for doing our Halloween stream next week?
Yeah, sure, mate.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, same similar time next week.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a Halloween stream. We're going to be streaming the Brothers, the Tale of Two Sons, which I've read as a co-op.
I wasn't aware that was a co-op. I knew you could play
It said in the description it's a co-op.
Oh, fair enough.
You've got me wondering now.
Dun, dun, dun.
It says,
I know you control both characters with one control pad.
You think they're lying to me and they're saying that's co-op and it's not actually co-op?
Potentially. Maybe.
Right. I'm just going to look up. This is, again, Skazz can edit this out and make it sound perfect. If it is, I'll be very pissed off. Because I was trying to find a horror game on Xbox. I thought,
well, you did say about Outlast,
but it wasn't on there anymore.
Well, it's on Nintendo Switch for $5, but I'm skint.
How do you pay on Nintendo Switch?
You can either with fucking prepaid cards or cheese.
Where do you buy the prepaid cards from?
PayPalGifts.com.
Do you have to have a physical card or can you buy a digital version?
You can buy a digital card.
So if I bought you a digital card...
Yes.
Cool. All right, we'll do that if it's not co-op. Because we put Outlast first. So Outlast is meant to be about 4 or 5 hours long, and it's a horror game. Let me see it. Orator's co-op. It's number 3 in the Google search. I mean, it's often from 3. Takes a novel approach to co-op gaming. Oh, here we go. Steam community discussion. This is... Really? Age gate?
Are you
really?
old enough?
Just let me view the page. Experience co-op single player. Oh, hang on, then. Oh no, it's single player co-op. That's not co-op then. It's single player. You control 2 of them.
Yeah. That's
not co-op.
No.
It's not a co-op game.
Nope.
That's like calling it a single player multiplayer. It's not. No. No. That's what I say. It's a first person shooter because the first person you meet shoots something. Therefore, it's a first person shooter. No, it's not.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a real time strategy that's turn based. No.
That's not how that works.
No. It's not a co-op. Right. I'll sort you out. Right. We're gonna be playing Outlast on the Switch. Lies. I thought I couldn't find a horror game. I thought, well, that's a co-op game. That's good. Me and Skazz can do that. That'd be great. Fine. And it's a lie.
It's a lie.
The co-op is a lie. Yeah, I'll sort out a gift card.
Carl. Sounds good.
I'll wait till Monday when I get paid.
We're all poor.
Yeah,
we're all poor.
But I'll sort out a gift card.
Because I don't get paid till the 12th.
Yeah. That'll be a first...
I'm so poor.
First game... That'll be interesting. First... game I played on the Switch. I know I played Doom briefly. That'll be an interesting experience. Oh, bit cool.
They look all right.
Yeah, well, I picked it because I looked up. It's a horror game. And it says it's about 4 to 5 hours long. I thought that'll do for we can do it in an evening stream. That's all right.
Yeah.
Shall we start a bit earlier?
Yeah.
So we start what?
I'll set it up so we're in the main house as well. Rather than
what about 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so next week 8 o'clock, we'll be streaming Outlast. Once I get paid.
Because I'm so poor.
And yeah, we'll be doing a Halloween stream. And after that, then the following week, we will join you on our normal regular podcast at 9:30 on the 9th of November.
Yeah.
So Halloween on the 2nd of November at 8 p.m. Normal podcast, episode 126 on the 9th of November at 9:30. Rocking. And then we're on the final, straight towards the Christmas podcast.
Oh, God.
Well, I think it's only... After that, it'll only be, 1, 2, 3, and then we're on the Christmas one. There you go. The non-pre-recorded Christmas one. So, everybody, thank you very much. See you next time.
Yo. Good job.
Good job.
We did it.
Yay, we made it through. I didn't rap.
He didn't rap.
Yeah.
Spelled with a silent C. Oh shit, I just banged my phone.
Yes, I agree.
There you go. Anyone wearing headphones, fuck you. Oh no, stop. Turn off, quick.
Now this is a story all about how